Greetings, YouTube. Today I'll be talking about two DeWalt multi-tools. Now, I bought this set at Tractor Supply in their post-Christmas season, and it was originally intended to be a Christmas set. I have not seen this particular model sold elsewhere, but I have seen this model sold on its own at Home Depot for $25. I paid $10 for this set. This is not worth $25. We'll get to that. Now, it's some unusual packaging. When I got this, it's like this. And it says, you take the wrapper off, and this comes completely out. And then it says, pull here to open. Yep. Open end panel, slide out, bow. Bow. Because if you open this box, this is what's inside. It's a bow, which is designed to fit around this. No wrapping required. And it's got your label built right in. So you slip this on, boop, put the person's name on there. Merry Christmas. But it's a ridiculous amount of packaging because this entire thing is trash. So it's got the information here about the different tools on it. And this is just over the top, but again, it's supposed to be a presentation piece, but there's no real information on the outside because it's wrapping, but the inside it has here. So between the two of these, you get all of the pertinent information that you may want to need. But then again, let's just look at the tools. So this is the DeWalt MT8, a Multitool 8, which I believe refers to its number of tools. Now, this is designed as a keychain tool, so it fits like this. It is a heavy tool. It has, interestingly, these are star drive, which is quite not, it's a step above what you find in a lot of tools. It's got a nice coating on it. I mean, it's got the classic colors, and this is a nice enameled coating, so that's quite nice. And it's got DeWalt in raised monochrome here, and then in printed black on yellow. And it's the opposite of this. These scales were at the same, just reversed. This is a whole section up here is just well, not just, it's a pivot, but it's also a hinge, but it's also a bottle opener. Now, as a bottle opener, this is really comfortable. Okay, really, I mean, it's like you put your finger like this, book. That's fits your palm nicely. It's nice and smooth. It's got a nice weight to it, like I said. It's heavy for a multi-tool, but it's got a nice feel as a bottle opener. So, awesome if you're going to be opening a lot of bottles. Something I pretty much never do because I don't drink beer. And then we can open up the tool, and it opens all the way up like this. So it kind of looks like some, weird 80s rock band logo. And you end up with the tools accessible here. So what we have here are a set of scissors, which I will give them kudos. They have a spring, but see how tiny those? They're not even as wide as my finger. I hope they're only going to be cutting string or maybe fish line with these folks, because that's all they're going to be. You're not cutting paper with these things. So we close that one up, and then we can come in here and we can push down on this one. I think we can push down on this one. Well, maybe not. Now, how did I get this thing open? Oh, let me see if I can get that out. See if I can figure out how I got this thing out of there last time. You'll be quickly figuring out that there's a design flaw with this. There we go. There's the nail nick. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put the scissors back with hopefully not putting the blade down as well. There we go. We pulled this all the way out. And it does have retention. That's why it's so difficult to get out. There's retention in ball bearing retention in here. And you can close this up and you can hold it like this. And it's quite comfortable in that regard. Or if you really wanted to, you could hold it like this. And again, it's hanging off your hand, but it's still quite comfortable. And I think this is the more likely the position you're going to be using it in, because you can open it up, you can use it, you can close it. It actually comes out with a usably sharp knife, edge rather. You could use this for, you know, string, packages, mail, things like that. Maybe some light fruit duty, but it's not easy to get out. I think it slides in too far. So what's on this end of the tool? We end up with two tools over here. We have a, these are far easier to open. I don't know why the tension, I didn't play with the tension, so maybe I can get these to be more, open up a little smoother if I monkeyed with those Torx heads. And this is a screwdriver, though it's, I guess it's a screwdriver. How often do you have to use straight heads? I don't know, regular heads. And then this one is a file, two different types of files here on either side for your nails and for maybe, yeah, I don't know, two different files, and then for cleaning into your fingernails. So I gotta be honest, good bottle opener. It pretty much failed in every other test in my book. Then we come to this thing. This is the MT16. Okay, let me check my time. And this is a huge, big, bulky, chunky, heavy design. This is horrible as far as design goes. Who would want to carry this thing? Unless you are so dyed in the wool of a DeWalt fan, you must own a DeWalt Multitool. Now it's raised metal here. That's one of the reasons this thing's so heavy. This is like a lot of metal in here. And then they ground off that to make the silver show through. But there's also a lot of plastic in this thing. This whole thing is, these scales are metal, but everything else is plastic. So that really makes me doubt its strength. There's metal lining in here, but there's a lot of plastic connections and stuff. So here's your I need those pliers, gripper in here, wire cutters in the bottom. I'll give them kudos. They are springs, which is nice, and many multi-tools don't have that option. I will also give them kudos for making their tools accessible from the outside, something that Leatherman seems to only get occasionally. So what do we have here? We have some slightly more usable scissors. Okay, so they're a little bit larger than the MT8 model. We have a Phillips head, which is the same problem that Swiss Army tools have. It's chromed, and it's I think that's a mistake. I think they need to be a matte finish to grab Phillips heads more effectively. But it's not a bad design. Will fit into a number of different locations quite comfortably. Then we have a screwdriver, maybe a pry bar. This here, right here, lets you hook this up as a keychain knife, I guess. Who do that, I have no idea. On this side we have a bottle opener, and again they've ripped off Swiss Army knife and finding one that actually does open knives, and it's actually got a nice edge. Actually an open can. So yeah, okay, I'll give them credit where credit's due, but this thing is just hugely and unbelievably big. Oh, no, I gotta kind of open up that one first to get this one out. And this is screwdriver and bottle opener, and of course, a wire stripper. How many times do people actually use the wire strippers on these things? I know I didn't, and I've stripped wires with these type of tools before. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, because that means I can't get this one out now. Nope. Oh, there we go. Scale, 2 inches, wow, 2 inches, and then a file on this side. This is smooth and this is smooth, so I hope you need a file real bad, and a scale. Now this is the spring, I believe. Yes, okay, that's the liner lock for the knife. So partial serration on this. And it's about the same sharpness as the can opener. The serration is in better shape, so there you go. I guess it's usable. It's kind of on the short side, but there you have it. So I think this is an absolutely useless design, and it's not worth $25, which is what it's going for currently on its own. So please do not spend $25 on this unless you have to own a DeWalt multi-tool. I think it's too heavy, it's too bulky, it doesn't have enough tools, it's got too much plastic in it. While this one makes a great can opener, I think it doesn't make much good as anything else. So there you go, folks. This has been the MT8 and MT16 DeWalt multi-tools.